talk about disruption. So maybe even joining this video is a little disruption in your day, a little change of energy, a little like whoop whoop switch of what you were doing in your routine. So thanks for being here. If you're joining live, if you're listening to the replay, hashtag replay below. And let's talk about disruption as a strategy for your quantum leaps. Those are those big moments of exponential growth where you were at one place, point A, yesterday, and all of a sudden you skipped point Z, B, and C, and D, and E, and F, and you're at G, and you're like, what just happened? And it's this quantum leap. It's this almost unexplainable, unfathomable jump forward towards your dream, or maybe you arrive right at that big dream so quickly. And disruption is something that people often are afraid to embody. They don't want to be the disruptor. They don't want to shake things up. And some of us have this kind of disruptor energy like infused within us. It's always wanted to come out. And others of us maybe have less of that naturally infused. And it's more like trying it on for size and seeing how it might feel. Okay, so I want to talk about this in relation to business, because if we do the same thing every damn day and we're not hitting our goals, and then you just think, I haven't hit my goals, but then tomorrow you wake up and you do the same thing, and you're like, oh my God, I'm not hitting my goals. I'm so frustrated. Why is she doing it? Why can't I get there? Do the same thing every single day. You're not going to get there, right? Something needs to change. Something needs to be disrupted in this pattern, because likely what you're doing at that moment is more unconscious. It's just based out of patterns. It's just based out of beliefs and the behaviors that are determined by those beliefs. And there's no change. And the way you're doing it's not getting you there. And sometimes there's a thought of like, well, if I just do more of that thing, it'll get me there. Typically not the solution either. And instead, it's changing, doing something differently, disrupting that pattern, the subconscious pattern in your mind. I fessed up today. I was a guest speaker inside of one of my friends' programs, and it was amazing to jump on and be able to provide some energetics behind the biz advice to these amazing women. And I fessed up that it took me, 2 years to hit my first $10,000 month. I was I was swimming in that like, do more, not there. Wake up tomorrow, do more, still not there. And then I had this point where I brought in disruption energy, and I had this big goal of a $10,000 month, and I not only hit it immediately, I also didn't that was not even, I was already calibrated even higher than that so fast. So it was like I hit 10K or whatever, but then it was like 20K jump, bam. And I'm going, wait, I never even hit a 10K month. How am I already at 20K months? How is this happening? And it was through disruption energy. And examples that they're little blips, they're little changes, but that have massive impact. So it's hiring a coach, that's disruption. Sharing the story that you've never shared before, that's disruption. Talking about maybe something, not necessarily a story of yours from the past, but just something within your niche, within your industry, talking about it in a different way. Maybe talking about why the other people's strategy is false or not going to work for people, and what's different about what you have to share. Disruption can also just be being really fucking clear. Because if in that cycle of going around the merry-go-round of do, same thing tomorrow, do, and that whole time you're speaking vaguely in these flowery words or something, and then all of a sudden you disrupt and you get so fucking clear, that can be a disruption move too. So like we're looking to like bring on the disruption moves, whatever that looks like for you. It could also be a great example of this for you empath entrepreneurs is in your launches. So you did a launch and you did it a certain way. You posted on Instagram every day and that was your launch strategy. Maybe there wasn't a strategy, but that's just what you ended up doing. And you didn't get, maybe you got like 2 people inside and you're like, I want way more success than this. I want to have way bigger impact than this. I mean, you know, bless those 2 souls. That's an amazing opportunity to get started. Let's not discount that, but you have a desire for bigger impact and bigger goals. Well, if you launch your next class or program the same way where you're like, don't really have a strategy, just post on Instagram, post. Like, you're not going to get different results, right? You have to disrupt that pattern. You have to try something different. And so there's not one way to launch, but maybe the next time you bring in your disruptor moves, and instead of just posting on Instagram, post, do. No one's signing up, maybe I should just do more. Maybe I should just post more, and then people will sign up. What if you just flipped the whole launch on its head and did something completely different that you haven't even seen anybody else do, or that you've never tried before as far as a launch strategy? I remember one time, I've done this a couple times actually, but in one of my launch strategies, I decided that part of the strategy was going to be a scholarship. I had never done anything like that before. I'm like, you know what? Let's just see if I'll have people apply to scholarships, but it won't just be behind the scenes applying to scholarships. People will have to go live in my group because I'm asking them to put themselves out there, and they'll have to talk about why they want to be part of this program in a live video in the Facebook group. So it's still private, and that's their entry into the scholarship program. I'm going to draw one person. Let's just see what happens. It was amazing. It was so much fun. But I had to disrupt. I had to disrupt what I was already doing and had been doing over and over and over again. This disruptor energy that I'm talking about, those disruptor moves, they typically live in your throat. This is typically the home of your disruptor. In the timid, scared to disrupt archetype is hoarse. They're hoarse in their voice. They're unsure of their words. Their voice cracks a little. Doesn't have to literally crack, but like an energy of, I'm not so sure of myself. Is what I'm saying good? Do I sound okay? Do you guys understand me? It's very timid. It's very unsure. Versus the embodied disruptor throat is the one that shakes shit up and speaks in her power. And her power is infused in her voice, and she looks at you and she goes, I get you, I understand you, and I'm here to help you. You can feel that disruptor energy in her voice. So how will you add some disruptor moves, some disruptor energy into your typical routine? How will you shake things up? How will you open your throat and stand in that empowered, embodied version of you? Do you feel me? Do you feel me? If you're still unsure of how you might do that and maybe feel scared about sharing your voice or timid, then I want you to come. I want to invite you to the Throat Chakra Alchemy free training tomorrow night. I'll drop a link below for you to sign up. You can also just scroll through this group. It's been posted a lot of times, so I'm sure you can find it somewhere. If you can't, just let me know. And in this training, you're going to learn how to go even deeper into healing that timidness, healing the I don't have all the answers, healing the past traumas around what it means to be heard or to be seen or to be felt by the world. Because the world, as part of the world, I want to hear you. I want to see you. I want to feel you. I I want to feel your energy. So you can start by asking yourself, what am I going to change or do differently in my disruptor moves? And then come join us. Throat Chakra Alchemy. Tomorrow night, my friends. All right, I love you all. I'll see you then. It's going to be freaking amazing. We're doing some breath work as well. And have a good rest of your Tuesday.